What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, and share. Comment. Let's take a ride. Alright. 2 playoff games today. One was a tight affair. The other one was a straight blowout. Blowout don't even begin to describe what went on in Indiana tonight. So I'm gonna just get on the first game. First game with Denver and OKC. Denver and OKC had that was a real good game. OKC came out victorious. It was a true team effort. I think Shai Gilgeous only had he ain't had that many. And J-Dub, he had an off game. Homebrew chipped in, I think, double figures. Let's see who else. The Caruso, he was doing his thing out there, playing great defense. Moving the ball. But as far as Denver goes, Jamal Murray had picked the wrong time to fade out, so to speak, because he didn't have a good game. He had a okay game, if you want to say. It wasn't nothing like his big nights. Wasn't nothing like that. I was gonna say the usual, but he's mad inconsistent. So Joker, the Kingpin, they holding the Kingpin down, man. They really are defending him well. I thought the Clippers did a great job defending him, but OKC, they got 2 big men as well as where the Clippers only had one, really, Zubac. But Hardenstein and Chet Holmgren tag teaming him, and they holding him down. He's shot the worst that he's ever shot in this series, in any series. So they're doing a real good job on the Joker. Aaron Gordon is chipping in. Westbrook, it wasn't really nothing from Westbrook. Brian Braun, looked like he was scared for the little bit I saw him. Brian Braun looked like he wasn't letting it fly. So it's 2-1 Oklahoma City, and next game Denver gonna have to come out and really put it down. So we'll see how that goes. Now, getting to the second game, it ain't much to say about that, but I got a lot to say about the Cleveland Cavaliers team, because I was thinking it when the series first started, but I didn't make the video. So anyway, Indiana took it to Cleveland today, man. I mean, they took them straight to the woodshed, man. They was in the first half. Those jumpers was wet from Obi Toppin to what's old boy name, number 30, Turner. Who else? Whoever got an open 3, it looked like they was just swishing them all net. It was just sounding so pretty. So pretty. So Halliburton, I mean, he's directing that team. He had a couple of nice passes. One thing I can say about him, he loves to move that ball. So that means everybody's getting involved. So that's part of the reason why they showing up Cleveland like that, they're showing up Cleveland like that because Cleveland plays a bunch of one-on-one ball, man. Donovan Mitchell, when I get to him, but Donovan Donovan Mitchell, like he might have the highest worthless average in a playoff series ever, man. Like the 40 points he's averaging don't mean jack. I mean, it's not hard to kind of like, it's not hard to see, but I mean, like, you wanna like cheer for the guy, because I mean, like, he's doing his thing. But I'll say this: Utah Jazz looked the same way that Cleveland looked when Donovan Mitchell was there. And Donovan Mitchell didn't come out. I mean, well, he put on a show, really. That's all that was. You ain't gonna tell me nothing else. He come out. How he's gonna make it to the, I don't know how far the locker rooms are from the actual court, but if he can make it out to the court, how is it that he couldn't walk around I'll say, like, the fact that 3 of their main players were out, and then when it was talk about it, they suddenly got healthy enough to play, tells me all I need to know. Now, like I saw a post on Instagram talking about, they showed the Cavs team, then they showed that Atlanta Hawks team that had that real great record and went out in like the second round, I think, of the playoffs. I think Jeff Teague was on that squad. ISO Joe. It was some hoopers. Hartford was on that squad, man. So I mean, like, some real good players. But I think the difference between those two is that, on top of this being a bad matchup for Cleveland has shown that they don't have any heart. I was looking at those guys' faces with no look of determination on nobody's face. Donovan Mitchell looked like he was ready to quit, but he was gonna still score his buckets. And it just, like, JB Bickerstaff got fired last year because I guess he said, they didn't like him. Now, I might have forgotten some details of that, but I do know it looks like Donovan Mitchell is the head case. It looks like he's a head case. He's going to score his points. He's going to smile, be whatever. But when it come down to it, when that playoff button get pushed, he's going to hit them points. But he's not going to inspire his team. His points, the way he scores does not inspire his team. Now, he had a real pretty move. The game before, right? Kind of look, it was Jordan-esque, as they used to say. But at the same time, I didn't see that pick up the squad. Like, when he scores, and he's doing it so hard that, it's his own fault. If he would just move the ball. He has the ball in his hand most of the time. Move the ball. But he thinks he's on Dwayne Wade's level. I don't think so. And Wade, his status done fell down since he retired. But Donovan Mitchell can't compare with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade inspired a ragtag team of veterans when he first got to the Heat. He inspired them to the playoffs, and they looked like they could do something. They looked like they could, make a little noise. They did a little bit, but they didn't do much. That was the reason why Pat Riley went all in the next year with Shaq, because he knew he had something on his hands with Dwayne Wade. But Donovan Mitchell ain't on that level. Donovan Mitchell, he scores for himself, and it seems like he plays for himself, And honestly, I believe the man gave up tonight. I believe he gave up. That look that he was the look that he had on his face, that first half, said he gave up. Darius Garland, he not too impressed. Those little guards, you gotta play a certain way to make me, look like Halliburton. Like I said, he's not my cup of tea, but he's a floor general. It looks like he's leading the Indiana squad, and they blew. I mean, they was up by 40 almost at halftime. And they, it looked a little better at the end, 125 to 10 something, whatever. But that game was never in doubt. Indiana had it in hand, I think, from the jump ball. So Cleveland gonna get swept. I mean, Cleveland gonna get gentlemanly swept. And they ready to go home. And might be clearing the decks. Well, not clearing the decks, but like this might be the opening that LeBron need to slip back into Cleveland or something, which would be wild. But that's what this video is not about. That this video is not about that. So that's all I gotta say about the games today. Real disappointing when it's the last one, but it be like that sometime. So that's my time, man. Grandpa out.